Look at that. Definitely paying attention to them. Sorry, the car, we're standing at quite a bit of an incline here. That's why the car moves a little bit, but look at that. It's almost like he's thinking about it. He's thinking, oh, maybe I should try. I ate a few of these when I was young, but the energy it would take might just be too much. Go, Charles. Sorry, Charles, I didn't quite understand. Are you calling me, Umfo? Oh, okay, cool, Charles. Charles, just to make sure you guys got the update, but one Ingwe here before Dam, just Lalapanzi in the Slatina. Looks like Beacon Mail. Seems he might get a bit sleepy again. As soon as they start blinking slowly, I mean, you know the feeling, we do the same. When you blink and you close your eyes and it's almost physical effort to open again. Look at those long whiskers as well. Very beautiful leopard this. Like I said, he's still got 1 or 2 years to grow. He's not a fully big, bulky, mature male yet, but beautiful cat. He's got nice color. He's got a bit of red on his skin, a bit of a slightly redder tone than some. Very pretty. Also looking at those long whiskers. Very long whiskers. You can see those white whiskers just sticking out the side of his face. Various reasons for it. Ah, look at those eyes. The whiskers essentially, it's going to get even more comfortable, essentially a few different uses for them, but the one is just when they're moving around at night and they're walking through bush and brush, they can feel things when they're walking around. It's obviously about the same width as the body. But then another very important role that the whiskers play as well is when they catch something and they grab it by the throat, like most predators do. Lions do the same, cheetahs do the same. They basically choke the animal, cut off the air supply, and eventually the animal will suffocate. And those whiskers touching the skin of the animal can feel the heartbeat, so they know exactly when the animal is actually dead, so that they can then release the grip. So that's another very important role that the whiskers play. Very eerie out here this afternoon. It's almost dark. It's even a little bit darker than you can see from looking at this leopard. When I look up there with the naked eye, it's very hard to make the leopard out actually.
Yeah, I'm going to be coming along Nyala Road towards you there.
Cool, Andrew, copy. Yeah, keep coming in for. We're here by the northeastern side by those two dead seniors, and the Ingwes and Lalapanzi on the northern bank, a little bit in the Slatin. I don't know, maybe even if you want to go around to the northern side of the Mati, it might be easier to see. Flies bugging him a bit. Very pretty leopard this though. Also the lines of his face. Now again, especially with male leopard as they mature, the females not so much. The females tend to to look similar as they get older. They don't change physically that much. Obviously they get a bit bigger, but male leopards get a lot chunkier. And then also as they get older, when they get here to about sort of, it's about 6 years, 7 years old, they start getting these very square, heavy heads. Quite often quite a bit of a dewlap, which just beacon male's already got, but he's still got quite pretty features. 2-3 years from now, he'll start getting a much heavier, sort of more serious head, almost, if that makes any sense.
Peter, I have a question from Wendy. How do the leopards and lions live together? Are they rivals? Or do they just leave each other alone? That's Wendy from Brooklyn.
Thank you, Sue. Guys, just while we're waiting for this leopard to hopefully get a bit more active. Question there, Wendy's asking, how do leopard and lion get along? If they're rivals or if they pretty much just leave each other alone. Wendy, they're rivals in the sense that they go for similar food species. So leopard and lion both hunt, for instance, impala. But in terms of their niches, it's separate enough that it's not a direct competition. By definition, only one species can actually survive within a certain niche. So the niches are quite different in terms of leopards specialize more in your sort of medium-sized prey, impala, duiker, warthog, and they'll also eat other things. They'll supplement their diet even with things like insects or birds, whereas lions go for the smaller prey as well, impala, warthog, but they also specialize in your large prey, buffalo and giraffe and so on. So there is some rivalry, but it's not a direct rivalry. It's a little bit like sort of, saying that two companies are both business companies, but one deals in computer software and the other one deals in food stuff. They're both businesses, but they have got quite different niches, if that makes some sense maybe. In terms of killing each other or fighting with each other, leopard do try and avoid lions. Lions will kill leopard when they have the opportunity, just because it is potential competition. Don't know if you maybe joined us the other day, Wendy. We had an awesome morning drive. I guess maybe not you from Brooklyn. So our morning drive's a bit of a funny time, but we had a group of lions. There's 5 mapocho males just lying around, and then suddenly, unexpectedly, like when we found this leopard, Karula, a female leopard, jumped out of a tree nearby. Well, I'm telling you that story is that just shows you that there's no rivalry. The lions didn't go and sleep under the tree and wait for her to come down so they could do something. It was more just a case of, obviously when they were walking through, she spotted them and got out their way. So typically they're trying to avoid each other. And by avoiding each other, or especially by the leopard avoiding the lion, they live together quite peacefully. Most of the time. Sometimes not so peacefully, and they kill each other. But that's just the way it goes. It's almost like night is coming in half an hour earlier today. Still quite hot and sort of pressing heat.